Hi guys, thank you for joining the 5-day shower challenge. I am so excited to be here and to assist you through all of these 5 days. So we will be starting on Monday and that is the 3rd of August, and that is also the full moon. So this video is gonna go through a couple of techniques, breathing, oiling, and dry brushing, and also massaging when you get into the shower. First of all, I think it's really crucial that we understand that that this is a hard thing for a lot of us. It's very hard to get into a state of mind that has been different than your previous one. Just very hard. It's just the human way of living, is kind of understanding that this is hard and we're going to keep trying. So if you on day 3 or day 2 you're like, this is like, I just can't do it, or there's some type of like mental block, that is fine. Don't be ashamed or afraid to reach out, or to keep participating in the other conversations that we may have. So one of the biggest reasons why I created this was to kind of let people explore a little bit into this realm. In Kundalini Yoga, this is called Ishan, and it's just cold water therapy, and many cultures use it to boost up the immune system mostly. And as we know, through the years, we know water can be coded. We know water you can transmit through water. Water essentially is a huge part of our bodies and a huge part of our world. So kind of getting in touch with that is also a very, very unique experience that you'll have. So some of the mental blocks that you might have is that guilt and shame that maybe you didn't finish, or that you didn't do it long enough, or that you don't want to do it. Like, there could be guilt and shame around that. There could be, like very much the mental thoughts that we have, like you're not good enough. One big one for me is like, you never finish anything, kind of leading into what happened in childhood. And I do invite you to just be okay with those, and have the awareness and recognize the thoughts, but don't fall into the cycle of shame and guilt when it comes to that. That is huge. That is how we change. We can't change in a survival state. We change in a heart state. And so if those come up, know that it's okay. That's fine. Maybe all of us are experiencing it through this challenge. I have experienced it through this. I've been doing cold showers since 6 years ago. So we ebb and flow. That's just the way life is, especially right now. We don't know what's going to happen. And so don't worry if you don't finish it. Don't worry if you have like thoughts coming. Recognize them, write them down, get in touch with where that stemmed from, get in touch where the roots of those thoughts or feelings come from. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the breathing. Breathing is so crucial and important. You can lower your pH by breath. You can come back to a whole different state of mind with your breath. A lot of yogis use, and you'll hear a lot of like that sexual energy that they will start to instigate, and then they use their breath to move it through all parts of their body because it's healing. So you can do so much with your breath. You can control your brain with your breath. If you're new to breathing, I will teach you. If you need a little bit more like information on how to do that, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here and available for you guys with any questions or any concerns. So the breath that I am going to recommend to use is a 4-part breath. So it's an inhale through the nose 3 times, and then an exhale out the mouth. the exhale out the mouth is going to be a little audible. It'll be kind of like a sigh. So we're really activating the throat because that is connected to the parasympathetic nervous system. And what that means is just your relaxing system, your brake system. And so your inhale is going to be a little bit more rapid. So it's so when you do the 3, so into the belly, so expanding the belly, it's okay. Nobody's watching. I feel like in our culture, we mostly like suck in our bellies because we're so, we're so concerned about shape. So bust out the belly, the diaphragm, then the heart. And then you exhale. And you'll do that maybe 10 reps. You can do that 3 reps, whatever feels comfortable to you. If you're new to breath, sometimes it's hard to kind of gauge like, oh, well, I don't know. I just feel the same. It doesn't matter. I did it for like 20 times and I feel the same. The changes can be very subtle. So and when you go, you release and relax the body. Key, shoulders relaxed, face is relaxed. Once this upper area is relaxed, everything else can easily relax. So you'll do a couple of breaths, and that can just be up to you how long you do that for. So what you will do to get into the shower, so you will wake up first thing in the morning is your cold shower, and that's part of the challenge, is getting into the cold shower first thing in the morning. If you miss it or just can't do that, whenever you're done with work, so like noon, for some of us have a lunch break at noon, or at the end of the day. The reason why you do it the first thing in the morning, and I really, really want you guys to try your hardest to do it first thing in the morning. I don't even think it is such a big deal to do it because our brains aren't thinking like they do. Like, it's not the monkey brain that you have like when you're in the middle of a meeting, or like when you're grocery store shopping, or your day is going. So that's why you kind of just go into it without really thinking too deeply. So you're laying right horizontal to the electromagnetic field of the earth. Then you get up, so you're vertical, and that is where all the blood, your system starts to work, right? This is where we are usually in that cortisol, sympathetic nervous system. We're, negotiating meetings, whatever, with kids, life. And so we want to change that pattern to an extent, to live in a space that you are more relaxed while you're standing up, right? You're vertical to the Earth's electromagnetic field throughout the day. And your body hasn't had a chance to fully wake up. So your brain hasn't either. So if you want to see substantial change in your life, and this goes for anything, the 30 minutes after you wake up are so crucial to program your brain. So that means don't get on your phone, don't, whatever, get into an argument or whatever. Take that 30 minutes, like, I'm not kidding, and put yourself in a meditative state. Write, journal, read something that is encouraging to you, maybe that you picked up the previous night to kind of, get you to just get on. The best thing is to not be on any screens, because we have been programmed, believe it or not, to go in a specific route in our phone. You can test that out and see what that is for you. Just have the awareness. So you'll get undressed. You will take the dry brush, and you'll start at your right heel. You don't have to dry brush if you don't want to. This is just like a little extra to get the lymphatic system and circulation going. So you will do this little like scooping motion, and you will go towards your heart. So with your right heel, usually I start like this, and I'll go all around until I get to the belly, and then start on my left leg, and then go all the way up, and then right, and then left. The point is to move it all to the heart, because the heart is the filtration system. And you always want to go with any lymphatic massage or whatever, one direction, to kind of flow it into one place. So you'll do that, then you'll take your oil, and I did send a link about just, I think it was just almond oil, so you can just do that, doesn't even matter. You can do olive oil, that is a virgin olive oil. So I use my own, I make my own oils. So I take a little bit of this, rub it in my palms, and just spread it all over. Sometimes I have to do another dose depending on how dry my skin is. You can also use this, I love this company, it's Uncle Harry's, and they're huge in Seattle. It's just a family company. I think his daughters have taken over it, and it's like they all package and do really cool things like out of their home. So they are amazing. If you are not in the Seattle area, I'm sure you can get this off Amazon. So you'll rub that all in, and this is the time where you can do your breath after you rub your body with oil. So the inhaling, and just really relaxing into the exhale, and relaxing. You can even, rotate at the neck and loosening up anything at the shoulders. And then you turn your shower on, and your shower could be at lukewarm, it could be at freezing cold, it could be, between lukewarm and freezing cold. You don't have to go so extreme the first few times. So your water is on at the temperature that you deem fit. That is a little bit, so where to start is lukewarm or cold. Lukewarm, I think, is what it's called, but more to the colder side. So something that is going to wake you up. So you'll dab your toes in first. Your feet will go in first. Your hands can go in first. You can get your forearms to go in. Then up to your knees. You want to be mindful of your thigh bone. That regulates your magnesium and your calcium, so you don't want to put that in right away. But once you get your bodies, getting into it, then that should take 10 seconds to 15 seconds. It shouldn't take you very long to do that. Then you'll just push yourself into it. Then your whole body is submerged. I start with my abdomen and massaging my abdomen as the water is hitting. Note, your shower doesn't have to be on your body where you're not massaging. So I'm going to repeat that. You don't have to put certain parts of your body into the cold shower that you're not massaging. This is the Ishan method. So if you're massaging your belly, you can, lean back and massage the belly and have the water hitting there. Then, moving forward and getting the breast area for women, this is really, really great to get your breast massage. We should be massaging our breasts every day. So getting in there, really doing, the massage, rubbing. You can do circles around the larger joints. And then I usually turn on my back, and then I let the water run down here. I have a lot of tightness here. And so I'm massaging, getting the liver, and then I'm also getting my throat. The hardest part for me is turning around and letting the water go down my back. And for a lot of reasons, we have these sensory things. So keep in mind, you can journal whoa, the hardest part was this. And you can see the emotional side to what that means, if you want to go that deep. So then you'll do that. You can keep your breath going, keeping keeping it very relaxed on the exhale. And then you'll get out. So you can set your timer, obviously, to 2 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute. I do recommend starting at 2 minutes. 2 minutes is great, and you can prolong that the whole time. Getting out, and then the towel, you just have, a regular towel. I like to really rub my skin just to get warmth in. So the point isn't to stay freezing cold after, it's to get warm. So if you have a robe or a sweater, hot tea, something, you want to bring your temperature back. You don't want to just chill in the cold. So yeah, that is basically it. That is my routine. That is what I do. That's the breath I do. And so yeah, you could even do a long deep breath, or do like one inhale long and one exhale long. So yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me or Instagram, DM me. And if you can't find a dry brush, don't worry about it. You can, if it's not going to get delivered till like after Monday, that's totally fine. This doesn't have to be perfect. This is just for fun. Like, you're just getting into this for fun. There are life-changing, the funny that, you're doing this for fun, but your life will change. Like, there is a chemistry in the body that will change. You will feel better. You'll have more energy. That sluggishness is going to be gone for the most part. I can't, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not like any type of like medical personnel, so I can't say that like it's going to be gone. But for me, the depression, and mostly the depression, is not there. And when you look at depression, it's a stagnant energy that is in the belly, and it's sluggish. And so when you move that energy, that's the same thing with yoga. That's the same thing when you do massages. You're moving that energy. And that is, for some of us, a cold shower is all we need, and we can get very clear on what it is that we need to be doing. If you guys have any questions, I am here for you guys. Feel free to message me, and I'll be reaching back out soon, and get ready to start on Monday. See ya.